rather than go through all the aspects of making the model of Open Wagon 02, I pushed ahead on video. I pushed ahead off camera, as it were, and more or less finished the wagon. You'll see here that I've got the springs and axle boxes all done, and also, of course, significantly, I've got the texture for the side of the wagon, and let's make sure that says yes, that's correct. And I've done the buffers, the 3-link coupling, and the support bar for the tarpaulin, which was used on these. And so this means that the wagon is more or less finished as far as the modelling is concerned, and the only things I've got to do now is to add the attachment points. So although I've got the 2 wheel sets here, those will be replaced with attachment points, and the axle, the bogie, will be automatically put in by Trainz when I install this into the sim. And I've also got to put the front and rear limit points so that Trainz knows where to couple up to the next wagon. These aren't animated couplings, I'm not doing those. I've also got to, the only other thing I've got to do is I've got to add the load in, which is a movable plane which is textured and which moves up and down according to how the wagon is loaded. On this wagon I intend to have both the bulk product ability for it and also individual packing cases, that sort of thing, as potential loads for the wagon. So there we are. I wanted to show you the look of it, and also I wanted to show you the texture. This was the texture that I produced for this wagon, and although I have altered some aspects of it in my, where are we, in my there we are, in Paint Shop Pro, which I use quite a bit, and you can see this is the actual texture which the wagon is using, and this will be my basic texture which I use for subsequent wagons, 5-plank and 7-plank wagons. Well, obviously not 5-plank because that would make those too tall, so I've got to change those or make a new type of texture. But this part here is providing most of the material that I need for the detail. So there's the axle box, the springs, some rivets, that's actually used for the buffer face, and I've got some little bits of texture as well which I use for various bits and pieces. If I just move this back, let's just maximise that, there we are. So you can see what I've actually done is I've managed to reduce the number of textures quite significantly. In fact, the wagon itself will only use the one texture called Wagon, and this the bogies here will use frames and shiny frames, and of course the plan texture won't be used at all because that is just displayed there on those planes for making the wagon. So having added the attachment points and the load piece, the final thing for me to do is I'm going to make a tarpaulin cover to fit over the whole lot, and then I'll be able to issue this with the tarpaulin support in this raised position, and also I shall do it with the tarpaulin supports lowered over to one side. I shall do it with the tarpaulin raised and fitted, and I shall also remove the tarpaulin support and leave it just as a plain open wagon, and I'll be using different numbers, obviously running numbers for all of those. So there will be 4 different versions of this wagon, and but that will be the O2, that's the designation of this wagon type, 7-plank, with a what is it, a 6 ton 400 weight tear, able to carry 10 tons of coal, other minerals, or various products. So there we are. That's Open Wagon 02. That's actually, I'm up to version 2.1, version 2.2, and I should be releasing that in about a month's time. So that will be by about towards the end of August 2019. So I hope this is of interest, and if you have any queries, comments, please do post them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and as ever, if you enjoy seeing my work as it progresses in GMAX, then please subscribe to my channel.